everybody. I hope you are all doing really well. I get the privilege of talking in today's video about forgiveness. And I'm going to jump right in because I keep running out of time with a Bible verse that says Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now, it might seem really weird that I started off with that verse when it comes to a video about forgiveness, but bear with me. I'm going to get there, okay? So we all know, we can all agree that God has told us to forgive others, right? There's multiple verses that say to forgive just as the Lord God forgave you. Ephesians 4:32, Colossians 3:13, all quote, forgive as the Lord forgave you. And that's what I want to talk about, is when we struggle with forgiving, truly forgiving as God forgave us. When God forgives us, I don't want to say we take it for granted, but we take it as something very kind of easy. Once we come to that place of asking the Lord for forgiveness, I don't know about you guys, but I can pray Lord, please forgive me of that. But when it actually comes to me forgiving other people, I think I can easily say, oh, I forgive them for that. But I have forever changed my opinion about that person. And if we are to forgive just as Christ God forgave us, that means we aren't conforming to the patterns of the world, that we aren't writing that person off as that's who they are, that mistake, that thing they did. We're not saying that that's them in our hearts as we look at them. Our opinion is forever changed, because God doesn't do that when he looks at us. When we ask God for forgiveness, he still sees us as his child. He still sees us as beautifully and wonderfully made. He still comes to help us. He's still there with us. And so if we are to truly forgive as Christ God forgave us, that means that we renew our mind of that person and who we kind of our opinions of them, right? How do we do that? A lot of work. And I know there's some deep hurts from people. I'm not making light of this. I know that there's a lot of things that have gone on in people's lives and in my life that are hurtful and hard, but we got to stop talking about it. And I mean that as in stop talking about your hurt to validate your feelings to everyone around you for the grudge that you're holding towards somebody. 1 Thessalonians 5:17, pray continually. It's 2 words. And that's what we need to do when it comes to truly forgiving somebody and looking at them as a child of God and looking at them through God's eyes and how God sees them. Pray about it. Pray continually about it. You guys all know the verse, Romans 4:8, whatever is pure, noble, excellent, admirable, lovely. Think about those things. That's what the Bible tells us to do. Don't think about what that person has done, but think about the grace that God has given you and give that person that grace and that forgiveness and cast it away. I am not saying that it's easy, but I'm saying it's possible. I'm going to end it with Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. You guys know that verse. Believe it when it comes to forgiving somebody truly and moving on and not having those feelings of slander and anger towards them anymore. So that's all. I'm out of time. I love you all, and I hope you're doing great. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Okay.